Kamusta, my Filipino and Filipina friends? Hello everybody, Silverpicker here and welcome to the Silverpicker Squad. Now, today's video is an exciting one because I am announcing a new collecting journey that I am about to embark on. Now, as many of you may know, aside from my gold and silver stack, which is a major part of my coin/bullion collecting endeavors, I actually have a fairly narrow set of numismatic coins that I really collect. You obviously know that I have my US Typeset, which is the pride and joy of my collection. It's the main thing that I'm trying to collect. But I also have a full set of British Mandate of Palestine coins that I'm going for, and I'm making pretty good progress on that. And of course, if you remember, my US Typeset currency collection that I'm working on, which is about to get a massive bump. So stay tuned for that video, because I'm getting a lot of really cool bills. But what I am going for now is actually a Philippines coin typeset. And I'm going to explain to you just why I'm doing that. So I'm sure you're going to ask, Silverpicker, why on earth are you collecting a Philippines typeset? What's your connection to the Philippines? Well, I don't have any direct connection to the Philippines per se, but there's several reasons why I'm going for this Philippines typeset. The first is simply, I love typesets. I love collecting typesets. It's my favorite way to collect, and it's actually a way that I encourage all of you to collect, especially if you're new to collecting. Going for date sets oftentimes is very overwhelming because you're trying to get hundreds and hundreds of coins of each single type, and it just gets very expensive and it's hard to organize, and a lot of people lose interest in that. However, with a typeset, there's so much variety. You only need to get one of each type and it looks beautiful to display. So I love typesets, and I think it's a really cool sort of lifelong journey to try and collect typesets from lots and lots of different countries. So I'm really excited to do that. The second reason is that ever since I first saw the US Philippine coins, I was hooked. They were so interesting to me because I saw it said Philippines, but it also said United States of America, and I knew nothing about that part of history when I first saw those coins. And what happened? It got me to look up the history, and that's what I love about coin collecting, is that it really gives you a tangible springboard to jump off and learn about lots of different parts of history and geography in the world and cultures that you wouldn't have learned about otherwise. So I just thought it was a fascinating set of coins. I've always been interested in them, and now I have an excuse to collect them. And the reason why I'm doing the Philippines typeset now, even though I've been interested in Filipino coins for a long time, is because of the album itself. Typeset coin albums, for whatever reason, are all out of print practically. Canada, Mexico, Israel, there's a million different typeset coin albums that are floating around out there, but they're really rare, they hardly ever show up on eBay, and they're certainly not available at retail sites. When this one popped up on eBay, I snapped it right up. And I paid an absurd amount. You're gonna think I'm insane. I'll tell you later in the video what I actually paid for this album, but you will think I am bananas crazy. But it was available, I got it, and now I can really start on my journey. The most important reason why I'm embarking on this journey, however, is because of a lot of you watching right now. Believe it or not, I have a tremendous number of fans from the Philippines, and I wanted to find a way to honor them and to say thank you and do something a little special for them who tune in every single week and mostly see videos about US coins or other coins from other countries. So I wanted to do something for them and bring everyone else along for the ride. So if you are one of my Filipino or Filipina fans, please say hello in the comments below. Let me know that you're there and whether or not you appreciate this or find this exciting. So definitely let me know. And anybody else, if you're watching and you want to support this project, all you gotta do is hit the like button. You know what? Smash that like button. Come on, this is YouTube, right? So hit that like button, and if you are not a subscriber yet but you're watching and you want to learn more about coin collecting, precious metals investing, and even personal finance, I would love it if you'd join me in the Silverpicker Squad by hitting that big ol' red subscribe button. So in any case, enough with the jibber jabber. Let's take a look at this album and start filling it with the Philippines coins that I have. All right. Alright, so here we go. This is my new Philippine Typeset collection album by Whitman, and you can see that it covers 3 different eras. It covers the Spanish colonial period, 1864 to 1897, the United States Commonwealth period from 1903 to 1945, and the Philippine Republic era from 1947 onward. Now, of course, this album was published in 1964, so it will only go up to 1964. Hopefully, I'll be able to fill this up and then find some sort of solution for coins made post-1964 and continue the set, but for now, let's just focus on this. Now, you can read a little bit more about each type of coin here, and you can pause the video if you'd like and read that on your own, but for now, let's take a look through the album and then we can start filling it with some of the coins that I already have. Now, as I said before, it is from 1964, and this album is out of print, so the only option is to get it used. And this one has been well loved. You can see that it's been repaired with a piece of tape over here. The repair job's actually not bad, but you can see if you look at the back that the staples are coming out here too, so I'm going to do my own little repair job and put some tape here as well. I do actually kind of like that, to be honest, even though obviously I would have preferred it to be in perfect condition just because I want the integrity of the album to stay good. But there is something cool about this used old album for collecting old coins. It adds another flavor to it that I really like. So on the first page, you can see here, by the way, that there are 4 different pages. And the first page is the Philippine Typeset Spanish Philippine issues. So you have Isabel II, 1833 to 1868, and there's 10, 20, and 50 centavos. There's the Alfonso XII from 74 to 1885, and that's also 10, 20, and 50. And then there's the 1 peso from 1897. Next up is the US issues, and you see the half centavo, the 1 centavo, 5 centavos, different eras, 10 centavos, different eras, and 20 centavos, different eras. Continuing on, there's some more US issues, and that includes the 50 centavos and the 1 peso coins. Obviously, I'm really into the big silver stuff, so hopefully I'll be able to get some of these big peso coins sooner or later. Over here we've got the Commonwealth commemoratives, and these are the 1 peso coins, which Murphy Quezon, and Roosevelt Quezon. If I'm mispronouncing anything, please let me know in the comments below. And finally, we have coins from the Philippine Republic, and we've got 50 centavos, the MacArthur commemoratives, 1 peso, and they do mark that they're silver, which is cool. The 1 centavos and 5 centavos, 10 centavos, 25 centavos, 50 centavos, and then the Jose Rizal Centennial Commemoratives from 1961. It's a half and a 1 peso. And that's what we have for the album. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to do some of my little surgical procedures here by fixing this up. And I'm actually going to clean each one of these slides, because I know that once I start putting coins in, I'm not going to have time. So I'm going to spray each of these down and let them dry thoroughly so that they don't damage the coins, and then I'll come right back and start showing you the coins that I have to start us off. Alright, so what I did is I cleaned all of these individual plastic sleeves, and I cleaned them, made sure they're dry, there's no residue on them, but now they're much clearer and cleaner, and they're going to protect the coins better. And I also did my little bit of surgery on the back and taped it up just like it is on the front. It ain't perfect, but it works. So let's get these slides back in, and then let's take a look at some of the coins. So what you see here are all of the Filipino coins that I have right now. Now, I got these through various means, from grab bags, from garage sales, from personal collections that I purchased, and I just held on to them because I always liked them. I didn't expect to really make a typeset, but now that I have the album, I'm so excited to finally give these a proper home. So it turns out each of these is from 1944. So I'm assuming that that is the most common year of issue, or that they were stamped with 1944 but actually produced for multiple years. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little more research on that. In the meantime, why don't we take a look at each coin individually and see what we've got. So first up is the 1 centavo coin, and this is a copper coin, and you can see here that it says 1 centavo Filipinas, and it also has an image of a man holding a hammer beside an anvil and a volcano in the background. I did some research and I found that the volcano is called Mount Mayon. It's a famous volcano in the Philippines, but I wasn't able to find much on the man with the anvil. I'm curious to know what he represents, or if he's supposed to be an actual person. So let me know in the comments below if you're familiar with that. The reverse over here says United States of America, and 1944, of course, for the year, and it has this heraldic eagle and a crest. And actually, this is the same design as also the 5 centavo, which we're going to take a look at right now. Next up is this 5 centavo coin, which, as you can tell, has the same design as the 1 centavo coin. The difference, of course, is instead of being made of bronze, this one is made of cupro-nickel and is considerably smaller. You can see that on the other side as well, it is the same design, also 1944. Now, none of these are in amazing condition, but they're certainly good enough to start my collection off, and I'm sure I'll upgrade as I go. Now, just for an idea of size comparison, we can take a look at these two coins. And just for reference, this is about the size of a US quarter, and this is a little bit smaller than a US nickel, so somewhere between like a nickel and a dime. Now we're starting to get into silver picker territory. We've got our first silver coin with our 10 centavos coin. Now this is 75% silver, so unlike the US 10 cent counterpart, which was 90% silver, this is only 75% silver, so it has a little bit of a duller look to it, but it has a beautiful design. This one also has Mount Mayon in the background, but it has Lady Liberty striking the anvil this time. Now, I understand why the Filipino coins would have Mount Mayon in the background. Lots of countries show their natural beauties on coins, but I am curious to know still about this anvil. I don't understand what the anvil represents in Filipino culture, so please, somebody put it in the comments below. I'm sure everybody's curious. But otherwise, it's a pretty sharp coin, and I really like it. The other side, of course, has the same design as the other ones, United States of America, 1944. And last but not least are my two 20 centavo coins. I have two of the same coins, so I'm going to choose one to go in the album. But in this case, you can see the obverse and the reverse at the same time. Of course, this side is exactly the same as the other ones. You can see it 1944, the crest, the eagle, and United States of America. And here we have the same as what was on the 10 centavos, this one being just a little bit bigger. Now, of course, this one is also 75% silver. And it's a lot nicer, I think, because you can see a lot more detail of Lady Liberty, of the anvil, of the volcano, etc. My dilemma here, though, is that the obverse of this coin is so much nicer than the obverse of this coin. This one's all banged up, so I don't really want that in the album. But the reverse of this coin is much clearer than the reverse of this coin. I think I'm still gonna go with the one on the left because it has a nicer silver color overall, and it's just sort of tarnished. This one sort of has this yellow staining on it, and it's not that nice, so I'm going to probably get rid of this one, trade it maybe for something else, and this is the one that's gonna go in the album. Honestly, this is my favorite part right here. Putting the coins in the album, it just feels so good. There's something psychologically just really, really comfortable about it. So this is the Spanish issue, so those are not here. But what we are going to be doing is filling in our first 1 centavo coin. Here we go. And I will be putting this side. I'm actually not 100% sure which is the obverse. I believe that this is the obverse. So I'm going to be putting it in obverse side up. And we've got room for the 5 centavo here as well, also from the Commonwealth era. Man, when was the last time there was coins in this album? I have no idea. Oh, look at that. We officially have started our typeset. Look at that. All right, next up, 10 centavos, also from the Commonwealth era, 1937 to 1945. It's kind of cool, actually, that all of these are going to be of the 1944 year. All right, and last but not least, we've got our 1944 20 centavos coin. And just like that, we slide the little shield over it, and we've started our numismatic journey into the Philippines. Look at that. All right, 4 down and only 32 more to go. Not too bad at all. I'm so excited to have started this, and I'm really excited to bring you guys along for the ride. Of course, I will update you as I get more coins and start to fill up more of these pages. Now, what I'm gonna do, you know how I always like to sort of add a little challenge to my collecting endeavors. I don't just go out and buy the coins retail. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be trying to trade a bunch of my other silver coins that I have and my other copper coins that I have for these coins that I'm missing. So I've got lots of coins that I don't have as part of collections. They're just sort of sitting around, coins that I've collected over the years that I've sort of squirreled away from different purchases I've made of collections. And now I'm going to try and put them to good use and convert them into Philippine coins. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll see where it takes us. Oh, and before I forget, I spent $116 on this album. That's right, I spent $116 on this album, even though that's absolutely insane because they are so rare and they barely ever come up. So when I saw it on eBay, I knew I had to get it for you, the Silver Picker Squad. So this is kind of a perfect opportunity for me to plug my Patreon campaign. If you're interested in supporting my mission of teaching people all over the world about coin collecting, precious metals investing, and even personal finance, then please consider contributing to my Patreon campaign. The links are below. So what'd y'all think? Did you enjoy this? I had an absolute blast going through this, and honestly, even though I opened this album up right when I received it, I didn't really go through it in depth until I shot the video, and now I have a much bigger appreciation of how enormous this journey is actually going to be, and that this is just the beginning, because really this ends in the 1960s, and I would love to get coins from the rest of the Filipino history as well. So I would love it if you would put some comments down below, some words of encouragement. Let me know if you have any strategies for filling this album or for this journey or what I should focus on first. And I'll definitely do an update as I build more of this collection. So I really, again, would appreciate it. Anybody who hasn't hit the like button yet, to please do so. Hit the subscribe button. It helps grow the channel, helps encourage me to make more videos like this one. And if you enjoy numismatic and precious metals and personal finance content, join us for the ride and watch another video. So I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, but until then, stay tuned. Silver Picker out. A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. I have been absolutely loving talking to you guys in the Discord. Things have been so interesting these past couple weeks. If you're interested in becoming a patron, now's the time.